Say it slow right now until the truth comes out. I gave you everything, and I gave you everything. Say it slow right now, left alone, cried out. I gave you everything, and I gave you everything. I don't understand what they want from me. They take my hands, washing them in dirty water. Try to find what's right in a distant place, so far away. The silence fills my heart with empty space. But now I'm sure of where I'll go from here. And tensions rise, they push me to divert my vision. But I will break the ceiling and the walls that kept me in for all this time, and all the reasons that I cannot find.
They'll break for me to fall under that pressure. They'll wait for me to give
sights on, my sights on a brand new beginning. A steady rhythm will hold me to the shore. I've got my sights on a brand new beginning. A steady rhythm will hold me to the shore.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the fourth Proof of Skill tournament, day 2 on the APAC server, the last day of the Proof of Skill tournament series. And this is the last time you will hear me babbling about the tournament format and kind of being annoying about it. But again, it's double elimination of 4 teams, and tonight we're at the second stage. So all games will be in best of 5 except the upper bracket first round, which will be a best of 3. For those of you who have no idea what double elimination is, again, being quite annoying about that, this is the graphic, and there is no stage 3, contrary to what the graphic suggests, but this is exactly what happens tonight. And these are the number of cups. So again, it's a lot of cups on the final day. And I was pretty clear on the stream yesterday, and we calculated how many cups that Nomad needs in order to secure a spot, and how many cups Brown needs to secure a spot. And we also looked at the top 16 where UQ didn't qualify to today's tournaments, and we also calculated how many cups, for example, the teams that are still in, like the SZ and HPG, in order to be in the top 16. And we found out that in order for Brown to be in the top 8, they have to at least win their group. If they don't win their group, they are not going to be in the top 8. Meanwhile, Nomad, if Brown in the end wins their group, Nomad at least have to be in the second place. and you will see the bracket very soon, which I believe is quite manageable for them. As for top 16, SZ, all they need to do is to get 3rd place. But they also have to be careful about HPG getting 2nd place or even higher. In this case, HPG could leapfrog them and send SZ back down to outside top 16. But very high chance, I would say, SZ could get 3rd place and then be in the top 16. If SZ finished 4th, they won't overtake UQ, and UQ will be safe for another day. And that's all you need to know about the situation with regards to cups. The top 7 are all safe in the top 8 in the professionals tournament, pending any checks from Wargaming to see if there are any violations. But if there are no violations, which I hope for, obviously, then the top 7 will be the clans you will see in the professionals tournament, and tonight will be merely a training tournament for them, a tournament with trying all sorts of different strategies. And this is a timeline we have. We're soon going to be in the professionals tournament, and I will be streaming them, hopefully. I mean, it's likely that I will be the only English streamer for the professionals tournament, unless there are a couple more streamers joining me there, and I will aim to follow the most exciting matches there, so keep your eyes peeled. And this is the November schedule. So today is pretty much the Super Tuesday, the last day of all Proof of Skill tournaments, and then we rest for about a week, and then we'll go back next Monday to mark the start of the professionals tournament. There will be 2 games to stream there, and it will be the same for all professionals tournament except Thursday and also 21st, that the next Monday, which you will see 3 best of 7 games, and those streams will be really long. For the EU server, I wish that I will be allocated to the professionals tournament, but if not, then definitely the challenges tournament and the low echelon championship, I won't mind streaming them as well. For the APAC server, I would definitely go about the entire week getting all the streams in. So I will for the 16th and the 19th, I hope I will be streaming challenges, especially the 19th, where the grand final will take place for challenges tournament, and it will be really exciting. And mark your calendars, this day is going to be important. This is the bracket tonight. Tonight we are going to be covering the fights in top 8 and top 16, so you have everything that you want to see here, and this is going to be exciting for everyone. ID are in at the moment, so all they would do tonight is spoiler party, or maybe just try all sorts of different strategies and train their focus fire and pushers. I think this is a good opportunity for them to do so. There is nothing to lose for them, so I hope they go all in and really try to experiment with different sorts of stuff, because you won't have better opportunity to do that. And I mean, you have a week of training, but this is definitely the best opportunity for ID to kind of be ready for the professional tournament. As for SZ and Nomad, they have a really tough night here tonight. SZ in particular, they're looking to overtake UQ, and they have to win either Nomad or PTW, whoever is dropping down to lower bracket first round. We will stream that match. This is going to be interesting. Nomad and PTW. Nomad, they have to at least get 2nd place, but if they don't, they have to hope that Brown doesn't get 1st place. So Nomad, I think they can manage to get 2nd place. In my opinion, it's not that difficult. Although it's going to be challenging too. It's better than you let's say have like these top 8 clans that are currently there, that are also in the group. But I'm not going to go too deep into power rating, because it's not the most important thing to talk about. The maps here, will be the same as the 2022 summer season without Ghost Factory and Hellas. There are altogether 22 maps in total, 22 maps for all clans to train on. So that's a lot of maps to prepare. But it's been always like that. So the clans with more experience will spend less time in preparing for the strats for all these 22 maps. And also the current meta, I mean, strats are important, industry strats are important to get good positions, to get map control. But, I mean, as you can see with all the matches that we've been following, you can get good positions, but if you do not have good teamwork, then you will still lose. And it's all about getting the good pushes and good focus fire now. The strategies are playing less of a role nowadays, so that's kind of my opinion, and that's how I see the good why the top 8 teams are in the top 8. It's because they get those basics done really perfectly. And I mean, going further beyond that, then we will talk about the hit point pool sharing as well, which for example Ikra showed that they can do hit point pool sharing really well against the best teams. So for those of you who are wondering how this night will pan out, Madbox have made the following predictions. The game we are streaming at the moment would be Nomad versus PTW. Madbox is predicting Nomad to win 2-1 against PTW. It will go to a tiebreaker potentially, but we will see if that's the case. Okay, and then we have ID SZ. ID predicted to win 2-0, and then dropping down to the lower bracket first round. If ID drop down, then they're predicted to win 3-0 against both Nomad and PTW. As for SZ, if they drop down, they are predicted to lose 0-3 to Nomad and 1-3 to PTW. Is Madboss right about this prediction? So far, I don't think Madboss has chased anyone. And that's good to know. At least the clans are not complaining about Madbox for making the wrong predictions, but I digress. The room is up very soon, and I'm going to check I'm going to check the YouTube chat. I'm going to say hello to everyone. Hope you have a nice time here, nice evening, and hope you will be blessed with some of the most exciting games we've seen yet. A lot of sweat and tears, a lot of I love sweat and tears. I mean, tonight is going to be the defining night. And thanks to the 15 people so far watching, and I hope we will have more people watching soon, because tonight is the most important, and they are fighting for their lives, for their lives, and they don't want to mess this up. Obviously, this is not the night to mess up, and I hope they will impress us with some amazing stuff, amazing matches. They will throw their all, obviously. Maybe not ID. ID is probably going to experiment a little bit, but as for Nomad and also SZ, they're going to throw their all into tonight, and we'll find out. Room is up. And we are now in. It's going to be open start. We follow Nomad versus PTW, and this is going to be the first one of all the matches tonight. Exciting! It's exciting, exhilarating. I can't emphasize how important tonight it is for all the teams here. And for the E server, this is going to be even more exciting. So you don't want to miss any of that too. But oh, let me actually go to the lounge to go through the current leaderboard. We have the top 8 as Risk, Riri, ID, RMP1, GV, GRS. These 7 teams are mathematically safe, pending any violation checks from Wargaming, I hope we don't see any clan here disqualified due to rule violations. And then we have Nomad that needs to get at least second place in order to be absolutely safe. Brown will have to win the entire thing. And 101 AD is also, there is also a chance actually for them to get to the first to top 8, provided that Nomad and below all slip up. Well, actually, is it the case? I'm going to do calculations. My calculations sad, but my calculations said that 180 would not overtake Nomad tonight, no matter how well they play. So it's all about Nomad and Brown now. Can they do it? UQ, on the other hand, they are not in tonight's tournament, so it all depends on whether SZ is able to overtake UQ tonight and get to the 3rd place. If they get 4th, they won't be able to overtake them anyhow. HPG are at an outside chance to get into top 16. It will require them to do really well tonight, and this is the first time they're in a previous on a day 2 in the previous skill tournament, and I believe that, and I really think that they fully deserved that. So thank you to Wargaming for paying everyone up for the amazing streams. I really hope that you're going to be as excited as I am, and yeah, don't miss any action tonight. And yes, okay, looking at the groups so far, the groups we have: Group 2, GRS, DT, Riri, P2, should be a safe group for everyone. Xiangqun will be streaming Riri tonight. Group 3, IDSZ, Nomad, PTW. Our matches will be very soon, and I will have to jump in and switch the scenes. Group 4, we have Risk, Brown, P1, and Model 1 AD, and Brown would have to do really, really well, extremely well, in order to get to the top 8, with Group 1 being RN, HPG, GV, and ELS. HPG, can they win in ELS? Let's say, but more importantly, can they win RN and GRS? Is that what GRS? I forgot. No, RN and GV. Can they win one of them? It's going to be hard, but I digress. We will now go into the game now. It's Nomad versus PTW. Alpha, right? Hello, Alpha. Why is SZ 3-0? I don't think my brackets were saying it incorrectly, but Madbox was making these predictions. So it's kind of a supercomputer, so it's pretty much based on the power rating you saw earlier to give us the odds. But I digress. More importantly, it's the match we are seeing now. Nomad from the north spawn with PTW from the south. Let's follow Argo Festa in the Sheridan. Trying to get the spots up or not? Well, we're not very sure, but I mean, Obaya is definitely doing that here. That T100 LT, the Interceptor, intercepted a couple of tanks trying to go into A. They know that tanks are going to get A very quickly, so will PTW respawn and try to get C here? As I always say, the north spawn is easier to get a cap lead because they are closer to both A and C, but PTW is not doing a counter strat to that. That will give them a cap disadvantage. Oh, and a good shot onto no aim, my aim, no sense. But Cham also puts a shot onto Aranessa. So what it means is that PTW will have to bleed and find a way to rush them. But Cham can be in all sorts of trouble if PTW decides to rush Cham. but that would take them some time to kill these tanks out, and my no sense in the mouse. Not necessarily agreeing with this choice here, because this tank can't really hold down, to be honest with you. Has a lot of armor, but in terms of working with the slope, it's going to be hard, I would say. I would probably put a Type 71 instead, or maybe a hold down tank specific for that role. I'm tempted to say T100, T110E5, but no one is driving that tank nowadays, so... Well, T95E6 could actually work, to be honest. I mean, it's possible. But look at Nomad bleeding PTW. It's actually PTW that doesn't want to bleed, because they need to make a push. They still have the hit points, but they definitely needed the hit points. They need the gap in order to make it easier. But will Narchen get B? Nomad, are they well equipped to reset B? It's all on now. Tensu here, but for some reason, PTW they got B. My no sense is caught off duty. Originally, they are in this position to reset B, but they are now down the river. Very interesting call. I'm not sure why that's the case, but even if you did lose your cap lead now, I really like what Nomad is doing there. Now immediately pushing onto the isolated 2 tanks here, but immediately PTW is making a counter to that, so Nomad has to be really decisive on this move. They have to absolutely make sure that this move is going to be worth it. If they doubt themselves, then that's not good. But their focus fire needs to be on point. They got a named user here. On the other hand, we're going to be seeing 2 versus 2. Amnesty is going to go down very soon, but PTW, they will have to find a way to shut down Nomad. Nomad has an easier time in getting the isolated tanks out of the way. And PTW, Nomad, the Sheridan, Argo is now trying to run away, but Obaya gets Argo with Cham still doing 1 versus 1, but at the same time, PTW still manages to hold on to both B and C. That's a great kill onto Unlucky here, but they really need to get the caps back, because if they don't, Nomad will lose on the cap points, and this is exactly what Arsok does against Kane. If you don't get the caps back, you will lose. So Cham looking to get shots onto the mouse or not. Nomad needs to sort out their hit list right away. If they don't, they're done. Abaya's trying to get A. This is going to be even harder. They need kills. They need tanks out. Narchen, if they can get out one time, that would be amazing. Oh, it's a bounce onto my aim, no sense though. But Narchen is down. Cham could be taken out though. Oh, this is bad news. Bad news. Can Cham survive? Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Not NMD. Oh, but can't shield Cham. Maybe a little bit too late now. But C has been captured. That is a great call. They need B. They need a B, but they still have a couple of seconds away until winning. 20 more cap points to go. And 10 more cap points to go. They will get it. They will get the caps here. NMD, no, Nomad, almost losing through caps. They got those caps in the end by the skin of their teeth. Oh my lord. That was an exciting one. PTW almost did the way that Arsok does. Although, if they did it, that would not be the most beautiful game I've watched, to be honest with you. But they were struggling hard when Nomad was pushing. I mean, look at Nomad. Their organization was better here. They were able to focus their tanks down, did a little bit of hippo push sharing. I mean, if they did, I mean, if it didn't appear to be like that, we can say that PTW has the isolated tanks that allowed Nomad to kind of get the organization together, and PTW, they need to sort out their organization. They don't want tanks that are easily caught out by Nomad. They want to make it difficult for them to focus fire, and so far they haven't done that. And if they have actually made it closer, if they have actually made use of the hit points with, I mean, some tanks sitting at the back not really helping their teammates exactly, they really need to kind of sort out their organization, try to get the hit list as soon as possible, try to get them out quickly, so that the numbers will be even there. So this is what PTW needs to do. Nomad now currently leading by 1-0, and this is looking really good. I like what they're doing at the moment. It's now 1-0, and we go back in. Hi, Van Persie, how are you doing? Is it 3 points for Nomad? I don't think so. They have to fight for it. They have to fight for it.
Let's get this show on the road.
Oh, thank you for 37 already watching. Hopefully we'll get more than 100 people watching tonight, and this time Nomad will be going for U100 Mouse, C100, T57, Triple Type 71s, PTW, Badger, FE215B, Double IS4 Mouse, Double Type 71. Look at Argo spotting up tanks here. 2 tanks spotted. Oh, but can they run away? Oh, but it's not them taking the hit. It's actually I love taking the hit. Oh, Argo. Argo was lucky not to get absolutely decimated. Spotting like that was very risky, to be honest with you. And now they are stuck. Can they actually get out of this situation? I mean, PTW definitely all looking at the escape routes of Argo. I mean, oh, I'm shot onto Argo. Argo is out, I think. Argo is trapped. Can we get Fs on the chat for Argo here? Yeah, so far Nomad is bleeding a lot. I mean, partly due to Argo in a really bad position, but also Nomad. They are panicking, and I love what PTW is doing. Great push here. They need to get a tank out. Argo, can they run away? Big shot onto Argo, and PTW gets Argo out. It's all about focus fire now. They can't fluff this one. They can get this. Badger is the focus for those 2 super heavies. A great shot onto Cham, but they really need Pile out as well. I love is the focus for these 4 tanks. They're gradually getting the tanks out here. Great shots onto I love. Bring this to a 5 versus 6. The next time they're going for will be my Innocence. It is the case. It's a bounce from Su, I suppose. But look at the tanks from Nomad coming in to support. Pio has taken a hit, and unnamed user is going to get another shot in with Su landing the killing shot. And this is going to be PTW's game. This is a great call to push. The focus fire was a lot better. Nomad was caught in not as good positions. I think they have to revamp their initial strat. This is clearly not quite working for them. They also have to rethink how the spotting route of T100 LT takes as well. But this is now going to be a 2 versus 3. And we're going to a tiebreaker actually. Tensu is now quite low here. And unnamed user crashes into Tensu. Takes some damage for that. And Obaya drops the reactive armor. It's a bounce from Obaya though. What is Unlucky doing? Unlucky apparently got some connection issues. They are kind of going around in circles. Yeah, I believe Unlucky has some issues with the connection. We might see Unlucky being taken out from the lineup, but maybe they are just not shooting anything. I'm not sure what happened right there. It looks quite suspicious. But looking at PTW, 4 tanks doing more than 2k with Nomad 3 tanks doing more than 2k. Well done to PTW. And we are now going in to Rockfield on the tiebreaker. Alpha asks about PTW. I streamed them on the first proof of skill tournament, and I think they were struggling a lot with focus fire, but the last match we saw, their focus fire has definitely improved. But they have to keep on doing that because this is the main area that they need to improve. And currently, PTW is in the challenges tournament positions, and they have to fight hard to knock out Rats on the first day. And Rats is also not a bad team at all, so PTW surely has earned the right to be here tonight. And we have Nomad, they have to change up. And they have to sort out their initial strats a little bit. I think that is what holding them back in the last match, but that could be very well different on Rockfield, a totally different map. They definitely should have worked out a way to start the match there. So let's see what they're going to do. Hi Bar, how are you doing? And we're going to be seeing PTW versus Nomad very soon, and I'm going to announce the lineup later. Here we go, Nomad. 1 IS4, 1 Crown Wagon, T100 LT, quadruple Type 71s with PTW, Badger, M60, T100 LT, and also quadruple Type 71. So that's almost an identical lineup with the different choices of the two individual heavy tanks. But let's look at Obaya and the T100 LT getting the spots through this location. It's gonna be a bit. It's a good position to spot up Cham, spot up I love, but Argo will go immediately to A. They're not getting a lot of information on where PTW tanks are going to. But at the same time, PTW is quickly getting B. So this is going to be really difficult for Nomad to counter. They really need to get the tanks out. But are they well equipped to do so? I think so. They have the shots in. But Mine No Sense might be in some sort of trouble. PTW, 2 tanks onto Mine, 3 tanks onto Mine. They need to take out that tank quickly. Who is going to go down first? And PTW, can they lose fewer hit points? But PTW's at the moment just stopped pushing, which is interesting. I would not have done that. I would have tried to get Mine No Sense out of the way first to kind of put even more pressure onto Nomad. I mean, that's kind of an easy tank advantage for PTW here, but it's okay. PTW has the cap lead. It's all on Nomad that needs to make a push. But I do feel a bit worried about these 3 tanks here. They have the rocks there, but they don't have the high ground, which could mean they are in trouble. But at the same time, Pio has taken a lot of hits. PTW has to figure out how to push, but they can't drop too many hit points here because they are making themselves difficult in the push. Both teams are still dropping a lot of hit points, so it's going to be intense. But we are going to be seeing some action from Tensu, but they are getting the attention from PTW, but Tensu is hesitating, but it's a bounce onto Tensu from your girlfriend, so interesting. If I were Tensu, I would try to get your girlfriends out of the way, but soon as the first time down, actually, Nomad, the hit point push area is nice. PTW, they need tanks out quickly, but their organization is suffering a little bit. They are trying to tee up, they're trying to get Mine No Sense. I think this is a good call, good shout. Unlucky looking to get Mine No Sense out of the way. It is the case. Nomad, they need to hurry up. They need. Oh, it's a miss. It's a bounce from Unlucky onto Mine No Sense here. Your girlfriend is out. PTW losing a lot more tanks here, but the caps are still in favor of PTW. They're trying to get B, and that will be very important, in fact. Nomad, these 2 tanks are trying to get Narchan out of the way. Definitely Nomad has this. Nomad surely has this. Narchan is now down to a 1-shot. Pio is going to land that killing shot onto Narchan. And Nomad is now very confident in this one. They are very close to winning this. They got the caps, they got a cap lead back. I Love is trying to get Hoshi out of the way. And Hoshi has difficulties getting NMD here because they don't have a turret. And Nomad almost 1,000 cap points now. And they will get it. They will get it. Well done to Nomad. That is a well composed match. They've surely capitalized on PCW being quite disorganized overall, and they in the end got the entire team together, got everything patched up together, and that's really good to see. PTW they are lacking this. They are lacking this kind of patching up and kind of getting everything all together. And I think our main problem is they got distracted by a lot of targets they would like to go for. And this is what I always talk about hit list nowadays. You need to get a hit list. You need to get a hit list, and you need to figure out which primary target you want to get out first. And that will, in my opinion, will get the team sorted. I mean, get the team's organization sorted better. So don't get too distracted on a lot of juicy targets. Go for one single target first and try to work around this primary target. It's not that all 7 tanks should go for one tank, but in the sense of like the general direction, you should try to kind of start from that one single tank and try to work from that. And I think this is something that I think PTW needs to work on. I mean, there are lots of good situations that PTW could take out Nomad here, but I digress. We're now going into the lower bracket first round, which we will find SZ, and this is the match that SZ has to win. Can they do it? I will check the scoreline in the end. Z Park says they don't know what PTW is doing. No codes. No codes. No tanks. No containers. No keys. No coins. No free XP, no credits, no gold, no rewards for watching this stream, but you will get teams fighting really hard to get into top 8 and top 16, so why would you leave the stream because there are no rewards? The exact reason that you want to watch this stream is to find out your next 8 teams in the Professionals tournament and your next 8 teams in the Challengers tournament, so you don't want to miss any of this information. Definitely. I'm very sure that you confuse the word terrific with terrible. Terrific it's complete opposite from terrible. I think that's what you mean, isn't it? But yeah, but PTW definitely looks a bit lost in the matches they lost. I think that's due to their organization. I think they need to get that sorted. The focus fire is also kind of a huge issue for them, except that's like a match that they won against Nomad, which was brilliant. That is a good match for them, but they really need more of that, and they need to be decisive as well. So we know that RNGB are through 2-0. Riri lost to P2 1-2, and they're going to be fighting against DT, whereas GRS 2-1 against DT, which is really good indeed. Okay, so ID won 2-0 against SZ. Meanwhile, Risk and P1 all won 2-0. Brown now in the lower bracket first round. This is going to be crucial. So it's going to be SZ versus PTW. Will SZ win? Will SZ get the 3rd place that they definitely need to get here? We'll find out now. PTW versus SZ. PTW going for Kranwagen double type 60TP 215B 95E6 Badger SZ quadruple type 71 1215B 1 Sheridan and 160TP. Let's go. Hi. Hello. Is that a hello to me? I don't think so. Let's go up high, you know. PTW red team going to C, and SZ blue team also going to C, so we're going to be seeing a big fight. And we love big fights, right? It's like them trying to tussle along C. It's like people kind of fighting for the toy. The toy is the C cap, but I might be wrong. E-Canon is trying to get A, and CPT. Is this the first time we see CPT? Probably. In the 60TP, trying to look at B and try to reset that. On the other hand, PTW, they are looking to get C, and shots are onto Dayton A. But they are dropping a lot of hit points at the moment. Big shots onto Narchen. So far, both teams have equal number of hit points. But in terms of the caps, PTW does not have the caps. But is it a good call for your girlfriends to actually rush like that? As said, this is the focus you want to go for. But they are not really paying attention to your girlfriends being very aggressive like that. They need to streamline their focus fire. They need to not get too distracted, because what PTW is doing, they are sharing their hit points, and this is exactly what PTW wants. PTW wants that SZ, and they go for different targets. They need to start focus firing here. But at the moment, E-Canon is a focus for PTW, and SZ is now going in to get your girlfriends out of the way. This is the focus that SZ wants to get here. Your girlfriend is now down to 1 shot, but there are still 2 Type 71s that are in trouble. But FB215B here needs to get into the fight. Sheridan here is now down to 1 shot. SZ. They are now looking for Badger. And Gobu needs to actually go and get that Badger. Actually, go in front, because you are getting focused by PTW tanks here. It's now 5 versus 5, and Hu Tao needs to land a big shot onto Nacha. Great kill onto Obaye here, and that's a good shot here. But Ipirani is still very far back. Go in, get in. You have a lot more hit points. Great HE shell there onto Nacha here. Sheridan, can they kind of put shots in? Great shots onto Unlucky and Dayton, but the Sheridan is now dead. Is there a chance for SZ to win? It's a 3 versus 2 though. It's going to be hard. It's a bounce though onto Nacha. This is not nice. Big shot onto unnamed user, but PTW has more caps. But that's a good kill onto Nacha, and Piranha needs to... Oh, it's a bounce from CPT, but unnamed user needs to stay safe. They have caps. PTW has caps. SZ does not have enough caps. And it looks like PTW could win this one. Unnamed user might be killed here. Piranha needs to land that shot. It is the case. Does Piranha have enough DPM to get CPT out of the way? But Piranha is a 2-shot here. Not sure if they can do that. It's a miss though for Piranha, and this is going to be PTW's win. Great job to PTW, but SZ, the focus fire is off, in my opinion. There are so many opportunities for them to kind of focus down on tank, and I think also some tanks sitting so far back is not helping them at all. I mean, especially that 215B should not have been on the back for so long. They have a lot of hit points. I mean, they have to sacrifice some of them, and this is kind of the art of hip hop push air. PTW is showing that to SZ. If you can hip hop push air, you can get your effective DPM at your highest, and SZ needs to know this one. Knows this. I hope SZ is going to improve their focus fire, and PTW, hopefully their push will come a little bit more organized. Because your girlfriend's going up like that. If it were like teams like Risk or P1, that tank would have been removed in no time. So they really don't want to sacrifice a tank so quickly. So they have to be careful of those pushes. They have to push kind of all together, but all together, and not like one single tank kind of leading the way and the rest of the team kind of falling behind. But in the end, they got their focus fire better, and I love to see that. Their organization is better here. So, great job to PTW nonetheless in the end. But please don't scare me with that kind of push. That is going to me. That could mean that that one tag is definitely quickly out of the way for SZ. There we go, Middleburg. Are we going to be seeing something different? SZ, quadruple type 17 wards, 1215B, 1200 LT, and 60 TP, PTW. Double type 17 wards, 215B, 60 TP, T95 E6, 217 Badger, and Crown Wagen. I might have to reload this chat, I mean. The chat is not updating. Oh my god, I think I made a mistake. Oh my god. Although that's kind of cringy. I mean, the lead that was going to be the case, but yeah. There we go. Red team is going to see, and SZ this time is going to be potentially. I just can't. Sorry. There we go. It was completely taken out of context, but I love that. I can't. Sorry. B is going to be captured by SZ first, so SZ will get a cap lead, but Nacha is not going to spot anything because this is a heavy tank. It's a slow heavy tank. You want to do that with a medium or light, but I don't think that Crown Wagen's doing exactly that. So let's see what both teams are going to do. We might be seeing a lot of fighting over this area. Unlucky is going to get C, but Piranha. Will SZ be able to reset that? Will SZ be able to drop hit points? BDW going very aggressive here. They are feeling it. They are feeling the fight. SZ needs to respond. These two tanks cannot stay behind. They need to go forward. They need to start dealing with PTW being aggressive, but PTW also quite hesitant too. And that could be an issue here. PTW, are they going to bleed more hit points? Or will SZ be able to bleed enough hit points to PTW so that they are able to make a counter push? We'll find out soon. C is finally captured by PTW, and PTW is now making this push. And this is definitely a call for SZ to start to go in. Unlucky is now dead. Maki and also Hu Tao has done a really good job, and Shiroko also is trying to make shots from behind, but they need to kind of relocate here. This is not going to give them a lot of shots, but look at this. This is free range here. But still not a lot of shots, but they are getting a little bit confused. They really need to start helping the team. Great shots onto Hoshi. Naja is going to go down very soon. Piranha is still very healthy. Needs to move in to shield Dayton. Dayton has to go back, unfortunately. The Piranha can't fluff the shell onto unnamed user. It's going to be a kill there. Maki bounces onto Hoshi. Not a good bounce here. Cannon needs to get CPT out of the way. It is the case. Piranha is going to put a good shot onto Obaya. And your girlfriend's is on fire. And E-Cannon is now playing 1 versus 2 has to stay alive as long as they could. Should not engage too much though. Starts shooting. Oh, that's a good dodge here. They need to wait until the badge is down. That's going to be a case. Hoshi's now down. 2 versus 3 now. Great kill onto your girlfriends there. Obaya, great shot onto Yi-Canon, and Yi-Canon needs to land that final shell onto Obaya, which will be the case. This goes to SZ. Good performance here from SZ in the end. They were able to capitalize on PTW being very hesitant in the push. And once again, I have to implore SZ that especially in 215B, they should not stay in the back for that long, although they've done a decent amount of damage, because the reason why I'm a bit triggered about that is that they are not sharing the hit points. The tanks at the front will become an easy target for PTW to do their focus fire. This is why I always emphasize the horizontal straight line theory. You really want to do that to confuse the enemies into having a tough time in the focus fire. But SZ, slightly better focus fire this time, I would say, and they need to continue to improve on that. If they get a focus fire even better, they can definitely put some difficulty into PTW. And PTW, they have to be decisive. Their calls can be good calls. They need to commit to those calls. They really need to commit to getting the isolated tanks all the way. I would say a tank advantage is so much better than a cap advantage here, because with a tank advantage, you have a lot higher effective DPM, and that is going to make it a lot easier for you to get a push and defend. Meanwhile, cap advantage, as we saw, it's a lot easier to deal with. There are lots of different strategies that you could get back the cap lead. First of all, getting the tanks killed. Second of all, briefly capturing the cap, or even getting the cap outright, as we saw with Jokes versus First Alliance, where Jokes kind of sent everyone into B in the end to get a cap stop, and they won by the skin of their teeth. So I would very much prefer teams to get kills, to get the hit point pool lead. This is going to be a lot better for you to rush, to push, and to defend.
Time to roll out.
Right. Okay. So let's head up high here. Oh my god, have I have not updated the scoreline. Got the wrong scoreline as well. Sorry about that. It's 1-1, sorry. It's now Obaya now going to get the cap, I would say. PDW will get a cap lead here, and C will be captured by SZ soon. So that would mean SZ could just get a kill, and that's the cap advantage is back in their hands. But C is captured, so it's gonna be close. PDW, great shot from Hoshi onto Hu Tao. Hu Tao needs to stay safe. They are backing up, backing off. Great shots from Piranha onto unnamed user. See, I think Piranha is going to be a better player playing at the front. To be honest with you, that mouse is going to be doing a lot of amazing stuff, but I will have to question whether the mouse is the best tank for that role. It's quite large, and it's quite large, to be honest with you. It's not really like a narrow area, a narrow channel where you'll be able to be shielded by all sorts of different angles. So this really interests me, but yeah, not the time to question. That could work really well. Maybe onto capturing me. We will see later. SZ is spreading out a little bit, but dropping more hit points. But the hit points are still very close though. It all depends on Shiroko. they are very important in getting the information for SZ. And it's, yeah, Shiroko is holding on a little bit. That Hoshi is pretty much perma spotted. But if I were SZ, I would probably know that PTW's spawn is a little bit, it's not as well defended. Leaving one tank there could be a good idea to kind of push in when PTW's attention has changed. At the same time, PTW, they're still holding diligently. But that said, I would call for a push onto PTW's spawn. Or they can also push back through their spawn. If they have to do so, they have to get their focus fire absolutely spot on. They have to be very decisive on that. But PTW at the same time are now relocating. So maybe I would drop that one. Maybe it's actually a better idea for SZ to push back from the spot to A. Not sure what those Type 71s and 60 TPs are doing there. They are going to spot a lot of stuff. Oh, Unlucky gets double tapped. That's good news for SZ. I mean, if TTW is making any attention on C, I would say Shiroko might be able to spot that up. So, so in my opinion, I don't think Maki and also Gobu would be of a lot of use there. But SZ is trying to get B. They really need to make a move onto your girlfriends. This is the isolated target here. This is the tank I would like to go for first. As for SZ, Mouse is now capturing B. PTW is having a hard time, maybe not a hard time, to reset that. SZ needs to respond now. We could see a 1 versus 1 here. Let's follow this. This 1 versus 1. Who is going to win? Is it going to be Shiroko or is it going to be Obaya? They're not even engaging that. We lost Piranha in the Mouse though. Oh, that was not good. The 1 versus 1 fight seems to go in favor of PTW. SZ is struggling a little bit. They need to get the tanks out. PTW has more caps, so this is going to be very crucial now. They need tanks out of the way. They got one tank, but PTW got B. Shiroko is now running away. C could be decapped by PTW. I think all SZ needs to do now is to get the kills out of the fight. Get the kills now, but they are bouncing a lot of shots. Key Anon is now dead. Maki is now dead. This game will go to PTW. Well done to PTW here. Completely distracted SZ. SZ, they weren't able to. I think yeah, it was an okay call. I mean, not the worst call to cap B there with a mouse, but they haven't really built on from that. They really need to make a move elsewhere when the rest of PTW's team is looking at that mouse and trying to get that tank down. That is a huge issue here, especially when your girlfriend is so isolated. That tank definitely should have been killed. And T100 here, Shiroko definitely feeling a lot of nerves here. If I were them, I would definitely try to engage that T100 LT, especially when the rest of PTW tanks are spotted here. I think that was down to your nerves here. I can understand that. It's better to engage. I have faith in you, actually. I think you can actually kill that T100 if you engage that 1 versus 1. And definitely, if you did that, you would give SZ a really good advantage. PTW, so far so good. Great job, hit pump push sharing, brilliantly done. Absolutely confused SZ in every which way they could. And there we go, 2-1 now. Hi Kaiser, how are you doing? Hi Jeannie. Hi Adrian. Hi Professional. I will go back. Navy Frontier, PTW versus SZ. But this is now match point for PTW. If SZ does not win, they are out of top 16 contention. Well, let's find out now. We have PTW Hoshi in the 60P, Obaya M60 quadruple Type 71s, and VK90 Brazil 1P. Let's head up high now. We're seeing Obaya M60 looking to get spots here. And Gobu is spotted. Obaya is spotted. Ooh. And here we go. PTW, they are going for C this time. SZ going mostly to C. And again, the mouse here, not necessarily the tech that I want to choose for that position, but I would not judge there. Unnamed user going for C. Trying to cap that base out. Okay, I'm fluffing on my words, but C is captured. So now PTW has to cap lead again, and as said, they are trying to get A, bring it to just only one tank of worth of cap wins. I mean, in this situation, all asset needs in order to flip the cap points back is to kill a tank. Narchan taking some hits is not a good start for them. SZ absolutely has a world of time. I mean, we're looking at 5 cap points per increase, 5 cap points of increase per 2 seconds. So we're talking about 400 cap points to go. In order before they absolutely have to make a push. So in that sense, we are talking about 160 seconds for SZ, and that's almost 3 minutes. So they absolutely can try to work out the positions to ship the hit points away. And if I were Shiroko, I would try to relocate a little bit, try to go a bit more aggressive. I think Shiroko is very terrified in that there is a tank in the bush there, but if Shiroko gets spotted and not getting shot at, then maybe there is something not right there. But we will see. SZ. Now Shiroko is going more aggressive. Love to see that. Can they get CPT out of the way? I think they can do that. Oh, opportunity. Oh my god. Pull back. Yes. Yes, go back. Yes. Oh my gosh. Try it. They are not looking at you. Okay, I mean, Shiroko, that's not the worst thing to happen. They are not spotting anyone near PTW spawn, so the thing is, PTW is mostly positioned near C, I would say. I think this is what we can take away from. I think Asset would know this information now. Great shots now onto attack. Oh, I mean, Shiroko absolutely can bleed. Oh, takes a hit from Unlucky though. But absolutely, if they take a hit, that means they need time to reload. So that's also another good opportunity to do trading. As that is now going to be, again, this is time they have to respawn. Last time they didn't really have a respawn, but are these tanks going to stay behind and not do much? I mean, now what TTW is doing is to stop mountain capping. Piranha and Hutown needs to go in and take tanks out, and the mouse is dead. Shiroko definitely needs to take tanks out. Can they get unnamed user? Unnamed user is the focus. They did it. They got the tank out. And PTW is trying to get Dayton out of the way as well. But as PTW gets B here, and as all they need to do is to get all the tanks out as soon as possible. The focus fire from Asset is on point this time, but they really need to hurry up because they don't have much time. C is getting decapped by SZ. That means PTW can only have like one cap of increase, and Maki blocking Ego for a little bit. Oh, bounces onto Ego though, and gets taken out. Your Girlfriends is still alive though. Oh dear, Hu Tao needs to absolutely get Your Girlfriends out of the way. The cap points are still in favor of PTW, but Hu Tao bounces that out. Larchen also very low. That tank gets taken out here. Piranha is trying to run away. Your Girlfriend is finally dead. That's so important. This is so close. Could go which way, but PSZ has the cap lead. Maki definitely needs to land those shots onto Obaya, and it's time for Hu Tao to lose some hit points here. Piranha, great shots, unlucky here. This is all or nothing here. But Piranha is dead. Obaya needs to be taken out soon. Maki is also in deep trouble. Where is that T100 LT? Needs to come in to get more tanks out of the way. And Obaya is out of the fight. CBT is in deep trouble. It's going to be the focus for all the tanks. But as said, if they can survive, they will get this match. 1,000 cap points. They got it. Oh, by the skin of their teeth. All the action happening around C. They got the focus fire right this time. Really good job. As said, the focus fire is on point. But they absolutely needs to rethink the strategy with the mouse going into B. Absolutely no reason they should allow the mouse to be unsupported. I mean, that's so obvious that PTW is definitely going to get that mouse out of the way. Especially that Piranha and that Type 71 still very far away from the rest of the team. Those tanks are giving opportunity for PTW to focus the tanks of SZ in front very quickly. And we're now going to a tiebreaker. Will SZ prevail or will PTW nick the win here? And the YouTube chat is actually not like updating in real time. Oh, thank you, Kaiser, for the shout out. Make sure you give a like to the stream and follow for more. Now SZ's going for Step 2 build Type 71. This is what I'm here for. Go for it. Get that focus fire in. I mean, you can do it. I have faith in you. PTW, they're still being quite diverse in the tanks they're taking. And are we going to be seeing a huge fight over to the desert side? We will find out soon. There we go. Ten seconds remaining. We will find out. SZ against PTW. Who will get the win? The time has come. The time has come for SZ to play this game for their life. It's their only opportunity for them to get into top 16, and if they don't win, they will not be in the top 16. PTW. Let's look at Obaya in the T100 LT. Spotted E-Cannon. Themselves not spotted. And we are seeing SZ going mostly to the desert side, and so is PTW to some sense. Nash and Obaya going to the city side, but they have not spotted most tanks here. Obaya could actually, I mean, they could cap C. That would give the information for SZ that there are 6 tanks on the desert side. So interesting call for PTW. This is, yeah, they're starting this one slow. SZ got A first. They will get a cap lead this time. So what will PTW do? We'll find out soon. Oh, this could go very well. If I were SZ, I would commit to this push. I will commit to this push. E-Cannon is in deep trouble. Yeah, push in. Yes, yes. Go, SZ. Push in. Yes, that's good. That's a good call. But also at the same time, PTW pushing onto E-Cannon. That's also a good call. Who is going to get the tanks out more quickly? Unnamed user is taken out first. E-Cannon is still alive. In terms of the hit points, it's neck and neck. But now SZ is getting the organization together. This is what I'm talking about, the organization. They're looking to get CPT out of the way. Can they do it? Ah, it's a bounce though. Oh, Ecano's now dead. PDW is now gradually getting this battle back. They need to start killing more tanks here. The hit point's still in favor of SZ, but I could very much see this flipping in favor of BTW. T100 LT is running away from Gobu. It's a miss from Gobu. Oh, SZ, I can feel the nerves. Unlucky is now dead. It's now 4 versus 6. SZ slipping away a little bit. And Hu Tao is now dead. They want to get Obaya out of the way, but they keep on missing shells. And this is going to have a huge implication here. Shiroku, great shot onto Hoshi. Hoshi, can they get Shiroku all the way? Always a bounce though, but Shiroku is dead. It's now 3 versus 4. That T100 LT is finally out with a round from Daytona. And Maki is still alive. Hoshi's down to 1 shot, and this is a great shot from Gobu onto Hoshi. There we go. SZ, I think we can safely announce that SZ is through to the top 16. Congratulations to SZ. I think I believe they will feel absolutely overjoyed about this amazing performance here tonight. This is tremendous. This is tremendous stuff for them. I feel very happy about it for them. PTW sadly will take the 4th place. Huge congratulations to SZ. This game is it. Great job, SZ. This is a really good game. Congratulations. I feel very proud for you guys. Really amazing job here. Well played. PTW, not the end of the road yet. You're in the top 16. Hopefully you will perform well in the Challengers tournament. I also have faith in you guys. Thank you very much for the amazing matches here. SZ now through to the lower bracket final. Well done to SZ. Love that they committed to this push. This is what they need to do. Drop the ball, be confident. Your potential calls can be the game-changing calls. Don't ignore those. Hesitation is your biggest enemy, and SZ, they're not letting that enemy to overrule them. Well done there. That focus fire is the best we've seen from SZ tonight here, so well done there. 3 tanks doing more than 3k. PTW, 3 tanks doing more than 2k. Unfortunately for PTW, they will get 4th place, but they're still in the Challengers tournament, so it's not like it's the end of the world for them. But I hope PTW is going to show us some good games in the Challengers tournament. Will they contend for the title? Maybe. We'll find out. We'll find out next week. So. Yeah, I agree with random user Shiroku. Definitely panicked. Understandable. Understandable. Won't. SZ has a lot of stakes at hand. They really want to get that top 16, but things like that happen. So I can definitely empathize things. Panic moves, something like that. It happens from time to time. No keys, sorry, Ginny, no keys. I hate to break it to you, but there are no keys. So now SZ will get at least the 3rd place. Wow, this tiebreaker, really love to see that. Amazing stuff. ELS beating HPG 3-2 on the tiebreaker too. Oh, that's going to be, yeah, that's going to be hard for HPG, but they fought really hard for that. I can testify. ELS, well done there. They will still be the top 16, but HPG, their top 16 hopes are officially over, and SZ are officially through to the top 16. So congratulations. Riri 3-0 against DT. Well done, Riri. And Brown 3-0 against 101 AD. And they're going to be fighting against P1. Is P1 an easy clan to beat for them? We'll find out soon. And they're playing now because Risk beat P1 3-1 here. And GRS beat P2 3-0. So P2 will be fighting with Riri there. Okay, so let's update the leaderboard now with a couple of results going in here. Let me find. Yes. Okay, so here is the leaderboard now. And SZ has now overtaken UQ to be in the top 16. I will have to double check with Wargaming's leaderboard as well, whether I got UQ's number of cups correct. Yes, I did. And how about SZ? Did I get it correct? Yes, I did. So I can safely confirm that it is the case that SZ is through to the top 16. I have to say, huge congratulations. Well done. And I think the following matches, they don't have to be too nervous about. They can relax and enjoy. Good that if they can continue to grab some results, and it's important for them to do so because that will put them in better seeding as well. Wow. Alright, so that was one heck of a match. We will find out which clan we'll be facing soon. Is it going to be Nomad or is it going to be ID? So I'm going to change the team we're following quickly. Yeah, HPG needed second place and they're already out, so there's no hope, sadly. But I wish you all the best in the lower echelon championship. You guys can definitely bring us some amazing stuff there. So hopefully you do very well there. And how much time? Oh, the room is up now. Oh, ID is going to face SZ in the lower echelon. No, in the lower bracket final, which means Nomad is through to top 8 to the grand final. They will get at least second place. Well done to Nomad. Well done. And they barely lost to Nomad 2-3. That was so close. I feel so sorry there for ID. But this is a great opportunity now. I mean, I think this is going to be all settled now. ID. Now they have to beat SZ in order to win. In order to qualify to the grand final. But we'll see. SZ, can they do it? ID going for quintuple type 71s, 1215B and 1 T100LT. SZ going for maybe quadruple type 71s, 1 crown bargain and 1 Vickers Light. And why am I announcing this? They would know this actually. I'm so sorry. Let's ditch what I just said. This is not what they are taking at the moment. This is definitely not what they are taking at the moment. So we'll wait. We are now on Camstia. And we will go back and see if there are more results coming through. Oh, RN 3-1 against GV, so well done. RN is going to go through to the grand final. GRS, we know it's 3-0. Yeah. So we can update the cups a bit more as well. And there we go, the cups are going to be as follows. We have ID now in the, 4th place. Nomad, now the gap between Nomad and Brown will be too much here. Brown will not be in the top 8 now. And ID, can they win against SZ here? Hopefully they can, but we might see Nomad versus SZ in the grand final if SZ won. But yeah, SZ are here now. ID are here also. I don't know why YouTube chat is very slow here. Brown next match is huge, but that is on the assumption that ID won against Nomad, but they didn't win. So Brown's next match is not going to be a lot of significance now. They are surely not going to be the top 8. And we are going to be seeing ID. Let's go to the room now. SZ will be taking M60, Vickers Light, T100LT, Crown Bargain, and triple Type 71s. ID, on the other hand, they're going for T100LT, quintuple Type 71s, and an FB215B. Camstia, are we going to be seeing some really campy matches? Let's hope it's not the case. Here we go. Camstia, SZ versus ID. Hi everyone. Is it? Oh, is it to me? Thank you very much. SZ, red team from the north spawn, and ID, blue team from the south spawn. They are going whichever which way, you know, everywhere, everywhere. They're going everywhere. It's everywhere. The tanks are everywhere, and I'm scared. Hello YouTube. Yes, you're getting judged here tonight. Make sure you play well. Okay, Shiroko now spotted up Campness for a very interesting idea. I'm not sure why you would go there, but I digress. Colette is going to be going to decap B if possible. Oh, opportunity for push shots onto go, but it's not going to pan. Arrow path is spotted. Shiroko has taken the hit already. And we're going to be seeing Shiroko now looking to run away from this situation. They are spotted. They need to run. And what about Lakers light off cannon there? So far, all three teams are not allowing anyone in getting the 3 caps. So this is your typical Cabs DFS. But the thing is, the tanks are keep on getting spotted. So there are lots of opportunities for both teams to push shots in. But are we going to wait for an entire 7 minutes for this battle to happen? Is someone going to make a push? It's going to be hard. But if I were Team ID, if I know that SZ are not having a lot of tanks near A, I will push that. But also these 2 tanks are not near Shiroko as well. Spartan Sword has taken a hit. That's a good shot there. But at the moment here, SZ is not doing much. Good shot onto Z Park. Oh, Piranha. Oh, great job there, Piranha bleeding Z Park. Colette going to be. Ball's now been dropped. Is Scobo ready to reset Colette? Yes! First shot in! Colette can't get at B though. ID dropping more and more hit points here. This is not good news for ID. They are still dropping more hit points. SZ on the upper hand here. They are in they are in a good situation, but Shiroko has taken a beating. They are getting pushed here. SZ needs to make a move, I would say. If they lose a tank, they don't have the cap lead. This is going to be important. But those tanks are so spread out, so it's going to be hard. So maybe the thing that SZ is doing is trying to support Shiroko's backside. So A being captured is going to be important. ID will get a cap lead, but Shiroko, they have nowhere to go. They will drop down the river. And they're where are they going here? Colette is now down to a 2-shot though. Shiroko needs to lend a shout to Colette, but it's Colette getting the kill here. It's the first shot done. Dyson fixes their ammo rack. Maki gets a hit as well. Can Maki land a shot onto Colette here? This is an opportunity. It's a kill. That brings us to a 6 versus 6. Now SZ, can they get arrow path? This is an isolated tank. This is a tank that I would definitely push. But SZ doesn't know where the rest of the tanks are, so they're hesitating, which is totally understandable. Maki's trying to get B, trying to even the cap points out here. And is it going to be the case? Oh, there's a reset there. Egobu gets absolutely smacked, but this is a good push coming in from SZ. They're trying to get arrow path out of the way. And it's going to be the case. Piranha, great shot there. And it's going to land. It's about onto arrow path though. And gets taken out. Oh. Arrow path gets killed. But I think the double M60's problem is they didn't go into safety. They didn't go all the way in to get shooting from this big lump of land there. So Daytona is now in deep trouble, and they will be recapped by SZ, meaning ID, the cap increase is going to be stopped. Lasso for me is looking to get back the A. Oh, Daytona is now dead. It's now 4 versus 5. Hutao needs to get Z-Power out of the way. This is very messy. in my opinion. As that it's a good push onto Z-Pod. Z-Pod gets taken out. It's now 4 versus 4. And the Capwoods are still in favor of ID. We only have 2 minutes left to go. ID is looking to get Maggie out of the way. This is huge. They really need that. They really need more Capwoods. They really need more Hitwoods as well. And Capwood's going to do 1 versus 1 against Gobu. This is starting to look like an ID win here for me. They can do it. ID absolutely can do it. Gobu is dead. Well done there. And LDS is going to get Maggie out of the way. And we are seeing Eza pushing onto Lasso. Good call there. But oh, the background from Lasso for me puts some damage onto Ecanon. Ecanon needs to run away. Oh, it's a miss from Lasso for me. And Hu Tao is going to land that kill onto Lasso for me. But Ecanon is now dead, leaving Hu Tao the last person remaining. We only have 1 minute left to go. But this is, I think, definitely ID will get that win before SZ is able to, I mean, we'll get that win first through kills. The time, I think they aren't going to use that much time to win though. It's going to be kill from Spartan Sword onto Hu Tao. That brings ID 1-0 win. Well done to ID. That was very, very messy, and I like that SZ being quite decisive in getting the tanks out here. Problem is the double M60s could very much survive if they go beyond, they go past the tank of our path. If they go beyond that, they would not have died, and they will still be able to stay alive and get ID tanks out. Killing those 2 tanks have proven to be very, very important for ID, and that really springboarded them to a win here. And that said, it's going to do something different now. And what are we going to be seeing here? We'll find out soon. Not sure. Oh. Yes, it's kind of, yeah, I kind of did it on purpose, that I keep the lounge still alive, still on the stream while I'm in the room, so that you don't know the tanks they are taking, although I kind of revealed them through my speech. So if you kind of muted my stream, then you don't know what's going on. And this is what I'm kind of doing all the time now. I will only go into the room when I only switch the scenes when the battle is alive. Maybe I will go back to the room. Maybe I will go to the room like with 1 minute left to go. So this is intentional. So it's not me forgetting to do that. It's me kind of deliberately doing that so that the delay will not be able to allow the other team to find out what tanks they are taking. We are back on Cam Steer. This time, SZ is on the red team from the south spawn with ID blue team on the north spawn. Can SZ bring home our match win here? We'll find out soon. And this time, ID going mostly to C. We might see a push, or we might not see a push. It's Schrodinger's cat, which doesn't make any sense why I'm saying that. What's his? I'm not hesitant into the garage for now. Spartan Sword, great position. Can they put shots in? He put shots in to the rushing asset tanks. Spartan Sword. The time is now. Put a shot into Hu Tao. It's a bounce though. That's not good. SZ, they're pushing, but the organization is not quite there. Daytona is so far behind. Not sure the purpose of that tank there. They need to go in. They need to sacrifice some hit points. Shiroko as well, too far back, maybe. Maybe not. They got the kill on Arrow Path, so that's important. But Well, maybe a T100 is in the okay position though. But ID has a lot more hit points though. Piranha is now dead. SZ is allowing these four tanks there to get absolutely shut down by ID. The tanks at the back are not receiving any attention at all. Daytona is now coming in, but is it a bit too late? I'm afraid so. Because now SZ have 2 tanks down already. Mackey's going to go down as well very soon. Last one for me is going to land that killing shell onto Mackey. They are waiting for a little bit. And it's a bounce onto Mackey, which means LDS has to do the job here, getting the kill. It's still going to be the case. Colette is a one-shot and will be killed by Cannon. And with the Team ID tanks going to get Cannon out of the way, this brings it to 3 versus 5. Hu Tao is a focus for ID. Now it's a one-shot. And Z-Part is going to kill Hu Tao with Daytona going to be the focus for ID, leaving Shiroko the last person standing. And there we go, Shiroko is the last person standing. This means ID is going to lead 2-0. Spartan Sword is going to put a big shell onto Shiroko, and it's going to be a ram! And an HE splash. Spartan Sword at 1 shot now. Big HE shell onto Shiroko from both Campen and also C Park. They are ramming into Shiroko, and the win goes to ID 2-0 now. Well done to Team ID. Well done, and we are now on to Alpenstadt. Yes, Type 71 needs nerf. I agree. And here we are. SZ, can they get a win from ID, or will ID bring this to a 3-0 and qualify to the grand final? We'll find out now. And yeah, Camper now in a Sheridan. And now we're going to be seeing a Death Star. NZ taking double or even triple VK72 for 01K. They're having fun at the moment. But we will see. Camper in the mouse. ID is deciding. They have issues with deciding which tanks to go for. And SZ has decided to go for double VK72. Quadruple Type 71 and a T100 LT. ID quintuple Type 71 Mouse and Z Park. 113. LD is Type 71 or Sheridan. They have to decide now. 10 seconds ready to go. LDS will change into a mouse. This means ID will take no medium tanks or lights, so shame on you. Shame on you for not taking any medium or light tanks. You should have seen what Isra did last night against EEMIL. They took no heavies. This is the way forward. I'm just joking, okay? The way forward in Blitz esports is medium and light tanks. And you can't argue with me on that one. So let's look at T1 E-Cannon in the T100 LT. And they are trying to spot tanks, but ID is going to put most of the tanks, or all of their tanks, onto the southeastern area. SZ, I think they will find themselves in a brawl very soon. And ID is full up tanks already. And ID, are they going to be decisive and making a push? Spartan Sword has dropped the ball. They're now pushing onto Daytona. Great call there. Spartan Sword looking for Gobi instead. Okay, they're dividing their work amongst themselves. That's a good call. But still, ID is very organized here, so that's good. And Azzen's now looking for last one for me. That's a good call as well. This is all about the efficiency here, the focus fire, and also where they can put all the shells in. But Hutao gets taken out very quickly as well. Last Hope for me, still alive. Daytona, bounces onto Last Hope. Shiroku gets the tank out though. And it's now 5 versus 6. ID needs to get a sword. Our path teeing up with Spartan Sword onto Maki. And it's a great shot there. Spartan Sword looking to get a shot onto Maki, but Cannon is shielding, attempting to shield, but it's not going to work here. And this is looking very nice for ID, and LDS didn't manage to ram into Maki. Maki's finally dead. It's now 4 versus 5. Shiroku is going to be taken out very soon. Spartan Sword down to 1 shot. It's a miss, it's a bounce onto E-Cannon, gets taken out. E-Cannon can't deal with those two heavy and two really healthy tanks here. I think they really want to get LDS out of the way, or maybe not. I think it's all over for SZ. ID will go to the grand final and meet Nomad once again. Well done to ID and SZ. Congratulations once again on getting top 16. And I hope you have a good time there, and hope you will impress us with your strategies and so on, and I hope you will improve on your organization, and I really hope that you don't put too many tanks behind as well. So ID, well done there, and ID there going back to the grand final, and this is it. Well done, SZ. 2 tanks doing more than 3k, and ID 4 tanks doing more than 2k. And the invite is up soon. Yeah, the invite is up. Oh, we'll go in. Now it's Nomad versus Team ID. We'll go back to the lounge, and now we'll figure out we'll find out the results. Make sure to like the stream if you haven't already. It will be really helpful indeed. GV has won against EOS 3-0. And Riri has won P2 3-1, and they are through to the grand final again. Next we have ID winning 3-0 against SZ. And finally P1 against Brown. And it ends in a 3-0 victory against Brown. And Brown definitely will not be getting top 8, especially when they finish 3rd place. And that's it. Our top 8 tonight is exactly our grand finalists tonight are exactly the top 8 on the APAC server. RN, GB, GRS, Riri, Nomad, ID, Risk, and P1. Congratulations to y'all. You're pending any violation checks from Wargaming, these are the 8 clans we're going to be seeing in the Professionals tournament, and I can't wait to see them play. And yeah. Right, so if we update the number of cups now, this is what we get. So we can see a huge gap from the 6th place to the 9th place, more than 10,000 cups now. But yeah, we have Nomad. The gap could very much widen tonight if they if they win against ID. But we will see ID taking Septuple Type 71s on Middleburg. Nomad, are they going to try something new? This is a show match here, I would say. A show match. Not a match that's going to bear a lot of significance, but it's a match that is going to be helpful for these two teams to prepare for the Professionals tournament. We will see. Nomad, we have Cham in the T100 LT, changing maybe, and let's go to the room now. Whew. Right, this is the final match for this evening, and after that, this is the end of the previous skill tournament on the APAC server, and I will be following the 4th previous skill tournament on the EU server as well, and that's going to bear lots of importance. And I will be following likely win here tonight in group 10. And I mean that group contains Serenity and also Igbra as well. We will definitely find out the amazing tight games happening there. But yes. Nomad. Are they? Nomad. They're going to be taking triple Type 71s, one a double IS4, one U100 at the mouse, an ID. This full setup of Type 71s. Can they do it? Let's head up high and see Nomad and ID. Nomad from the south spawn, ID from the north spawn. And it's time to roll out now. We will have Nomad going mostly to B and A, ID blue team going mostly to C. And we will have Tensu trying to get B first and getting the cap lead. It will be the case. Tensu will get B, and you can see Nomad quickly rushing onto A as well. Nomad is trying to get a cap lead on the city side, but as we all know, it's one of the maps that a lot of the clans will try to rotate from the hill to the city side. And ID very much knows this. It's not the most difficult map to rotate compared to other maps, let's say. So it's pretty much training practice for ID now. They will have to find out how to rotate. They will have to work out their organization. It's all about organization here. If they can organize their rushes, ID can do this. Although Nomad gets both A and B, it's quite hard to defend, especially B in a really peculiar spot there. So we will see how Nomad's going to do this. I'm interested to see. But all ID needs is a good 2-front push from both A and B, and they have to coordinate this really well, because Nomad can't potentially deal with 2 sides at the same time. So it's really all about that, and also getting the crossfire from both ends and trying to kind of get everything together in the end. It's a bit of a difficult job, but good teams can make a good push from C. So we'll find out now. Not a lot of time for ID. There are only 200 cap points remaining to go. 40 seconds left to go before ID absolutely needs to kill tanks out of the way. And we can see ID pushing back to their spawn. And there is also Z-Park lingering near Nomad's spawn as well. So the big stuff will come from A. Nomad, are they able to absorb this push? The shots from Nomad didn't quite penetrate, and Aeropump now going into A. Nomad, are they going to reset A here? The ball's been dropped. ID doing a better job here, getting the shots in, and we are seeing Z-Park and Campon now. Oh, maybe a little bit isolated, so Nomad might be onto something here. They have to kill Campon really quickly. The cap points are still in favor of Nomad here, but ID has made a big push onto these 3 tanks over here. It's all about focus fire. They need to get Cham out of the way. This is the tank they're looking for. But they're not going to put all the tanks here. That is going to reduce the efficiency a little bit. And Chan puts a good shot into Hinter, but it's last one for me that gets the kill. Pio is now very low, down to a one shot, and it's going to be kill as well. B is getting decapped. Campen's still alive for God knows what reason. Nomad is struggling to hold on. Campen is now dead, and A will be captured here by ID. ID needs the caps, needs the kills as well. E100 of I Love is going to receive some shots here. LDS is also quite low, so Nomad is looking to get that tank out of the way as well. And I Love, can they go? It's a kill there, but LDS also gets shut down. It's going to be hard. Nomad, very close, but may not be too close in the end. Argo dead. Hinter also quite low. It's now 3 versus 5. It can go which way. Hinter bounces onto Tensu, but ID will be looking to get NMD out of the way. NMD driving straight into A to try to get the cap stop. But Spartan Soul will make sure NMD will not get A at all. Arrow pass is quite low. Gets shut down by Tensu. ID only needs 1 kill now, but they have 2 caps. They just need to stay alive and they will get the win. They will get the win in the end. 1,000 cap points. Well done to ID. 1-0 to them now. Wow. That is an exciting game, and this is what I said about rotating from C. It's really not too difficult here, and ID shows us how you do that. Great job in getting the A cap here, and the C cap can't be taken by Nomad at all. They don't even have a lag time to do that. So well done to Nomad. ID, good focus fire, good organization. This is looking really strong. Nomad not far off actually. They were very close. They were trying to get the low hit point pool targets of ID out of the way as soon as they could, but they were struggling to get camping quickly enough. And I think that could have been the turning point for ID here. So well done. And we are now going to be seeing so far ID leading by 1-0. And yes, we're back on Middleburg now, with 4 tanks of Type 71s, 1-215B, 1 IS-1, 162P, ID Sex 2 Type 71, and a 60TP. And see if I am missing anything here. Yes, Alpha, yes, I'll be streaming your group tonight. Yes, I will be doing that. I can confirm that. So here we are, Middleburg. Nomad versus ID. Yeah, and we will head up high.
Let's go.
ID. Blue team going mostly to hill this time. Camp there to potentially get B or reset B. And as well, Nomad is sending everyone up to the hill. But ID with 1 tank in the city and Nomad with all 7 tanks up the hill, ID has to play this one really carefully because they don't want to lose a lot of hit points. Nomad can very much rush into ID and lay victory there, but Campen is a really slow tank. So this is going to be tricky though. If Campen gets B, the ball will drop, and Nomad, they will know that they have the advantage here. And this is the case. ID will get B, and will Nomad rush down. Nope, they're holding. They're holding at the moment. They are waiting for a little bit, but they will not have the cap lead. They're losing hit points at the moment, and this is something ID absolutely needs to do. They need to bleed Nomad. They need to get the fear factor into Nomad, because Nomad, if they keep on bleeding, then the tank advantage they possess on the hill will not be that much of an advantage then. And Nomad is trying to get C, but this is to no surprise to ID. ID they have captain, so it doesn't matter if Nomad gets C. ID still is leading in that respect. Look at ID keep on bleeding Nomad here. They're doing a good job, absolutely. Spartan Sword going the other way, trying to tee up with Campen, looking to get I Love out of the way. NMD is very low here. Nomad finally pushes, but that push might be a little bit too late here. They're now down by more than 1,000 hit points, and ID all they need is some good focus fire and keep Nomad at bay. And ID, they are now looking to get NMD out of the fight as well. Colette is now in deep trouble. Aeropath and Z-Path needs to get in and support the teammates because Colette is now already dead. They can't stay at the back for way too long. Nomad will get the focus fight quite easily. Cham is now dead. And Campen has now gone up to support the teammates. Spartan Sword looking to put a shot onto I Love. Last Hope is dead. Those two tanks of Aeropath and Z-Path finally came in. Might be too late, but they still have a lot of hit points, so that might not matter too much in the end. Z-Park and also Aeropath now looking at minor sense, or are they ignoring that for now? Tensu is the focus for ID now, and Spartan Sword still doing 1 versus 1 against I Love, but the shots are going into Argo, so that Argo will be taken down quickly. It is the case, this is now 2 versus 4. Well done to ID in the end. Nomad, they were very hesitant in this match. They had the numeric advantage. I think they were playing too conservatively here, and that kind of conservativeness meant that they are losing so many hit points at the start, and they weren't able to then make use of the tank advantage on the hillside. And oh, that was a bounce from my innocence. Now it's a one shot, and ID gets the win. Z-Part turning the tank. Gets kill stealed by LDS. Kill stolen. Gets kill stolen by LDS, and we might see a fight happening within ID. Oh, LDS getting 5 kills, well done there. 5 tanks doing more than 2k, that's great to see. Nomad, they need to stop hesitating. That was a really good opportunity. They pushed it way too late, and even that push wasn't really decisive enough. That was very half-hearted, and that is not what you want to do at this level. Here, the top 8 level, Nomad, you will be punished dearly if you hesitate a lot. So you need to bear in mind that. Now, ID on the match point, we are going to Winter Mayanovka now. And we only have 1 minute left to go. Nomad, they are changing up. ID, double Sheridans. We could see quintuple Type 71s being taken soon. Yes, quintuple Type 71s being taken now. Nomad, what will they do here? They are going to be taking triple AMX-50B. Cham in the badge potentially, and only 1 Type 71s. Nomad mouse, Anna in the mouse, Pio, or Pio in the E100. Cham in the Vickers Light potentially. Oh, T100 LT. Good. We now will be going in to Winter Mayanovka. And yes. Here we go. 2-0 now for ID. Will ID bring this to a 3-0? Let's head up high and see Nomad red team from the north spawn, ID blue team from the south spawn. And look at ID. This time they're going mostly to A with Nomad going mostly to C, the northeastern corner. Oh wow. Let's actually follow Spartan Sword. Oh, interesting move there. Is this going to work? But those buildings in front, as you are seeing, would block the view. But spotted up Pio, didn't spot Tensu, but that could still be important information. That could potentially signal that Nomad's going mostly to C. And look at what I exactly is doing now. They are ignoring A totally. I love what ID has in mind. They want to send information to Nomad that ID are defending near B and C, but Nomad's not spotting any tanks there, so they know something is really off. They don't exactly know what is off. They spot tanks now near A, and they're going C exactly. So this kind of move from ID didn't quite work out, and they're going to lose the cap advantage as well. So Cham will get C. And as Z-Park is waiting in that area. A will be captured by Campen really quickly now. And yes, ID will not have the cap advantage, but they will be a tank away from flipping that disadvantage back to their favor. What is Nomad going to do now? They just have to hold. They don't have to make any big pushes. Well, they could if they want to. But if they want to do that, they have to be decisive. That could put you know, put ID off guard, but they have spotted a push coming in. Now Lasso for me is going to run away. ID knows something is not going right. They're going to make a push onto Pio as well. Great call from ID. They are well prepared for this move. Nomad, can they make this work? Pio in deep trouble now. Pio needs to stay alive. Lasso for me is pulling back very quickly. Love that. But Arrow Path is in deep trouble now. I don't think they could survive for that long. They could afford to lose a tank, but they need to get Pio out very quickly. And it is the case. Are they going to get the mouse, or are they going to support Arrow Path? Arrow Path not looking long for this one. That tank gets taken out. And ID now. Great job to Spartan Sword. Great shot into Argo. But ID, are they going to focus the mouse? They are not going to focus the mouse. They're ignoring that for now. Lasso for me is going to be taken out by Nomad's forces. This push from Nomad is actually working, I would say. Campen coming from this angle. Not going to be spawning a lot of tanks. That shot didn't hit at all. And Nomad gets A as well. So pressure is now on to ID. I was only able to get one tank there, and Nomad looks very good at the moment. They are in good positions. They are in a good situation, but they are bleeding. They need to stop doing that though. LDS, I think Spartan Sword needs to get C. I think this is what they need to do now. Tensu's now down to one shot, but Spartan Sword, they absolutely need to know they don't have a cap. The Capos are going to be in huge favor of Nomad. Not sure why they're ignoring C like that. C part is going to get Tensu out of the way, which is the case. That is going to give them some sort of advantage, but not enough yet. Campen kills Argo, but we're going to be seeing 4 tanks there versus 4. C is still in Nomad's hands. So unless ID gets a cap, which they're not getting any cap at all, I'm not sure why they're doing that, Nomad's going to win. And they are bringing it back to 1-2. Campen finally going to A, but this is too late. Nomad gets the win now, and well done to Nomad. Great push going into A. ID responded that beautifully, but they're totally ignoring the caps. And after they got the E100, they were not quite enough to rotate back to the middle to support the tanks of ID getting taken down. They are ignoring the mouse, but they weren't quick enough though. So ID, they need to. I mean, they are a little bit, you know, not as mindful as before. I mean, their concentration is falling off a little bit. Not bad, great job there. 3 tanks doing more than 2k, and ID needs to be careful. This is not the match and not the gameplay we want to see here. This is this could be won by ID, but not bad. That kind of push was really well done, and they're going to be doing something. They're going to be taking different tanks now. ID 6 triple Type 71s again, and a Sheridan, and Nomad will be taking triple. No, they're going to be taking one Sheridan this time for ID. Nomad will be taking quintuple Type 71s, one T57 heavy, and a mouse. And we can end the poll now because we know exactly the outcome. The final outcome is Nomad in the top 8 and NZ in the top 16, which 33% of you have voted. None of you have, there are, in total 16% of you thought that round would get top 8. But that didn't happen. 146 votes. Whoa, that was, that's a lot of votes, so thank you very much for that. Now, Nomad and IG Winter Mine Northcar, what will we see here? We'll find out now. There we go. Winter Mine Northcar. Nomad from the south spawn and ID from the north spawn. Let's head up high. Here we have Nomad, most of the tanks going into C, and ID, most of the tanks going into A. We can see Campen in the Sheridan looking to get up this, get up here and try to get a lot of spots, which he did that. It did so, but that shot hit the roof of the building. Didn't cause that building to collapse though. But Nomad, are they going to get a cap once again? They're sending 2 tanks to get C before ID is able to put a tank onto A, so the cap advantage once again will go in favor of Nomad. Both NMD and My Aim No Sense has been spotted, and reset shell has been shot to NMD, but that won't stop them from getting C more quickly. And again, the tanks are spotted. Campen is really important in that row. What will ID do here? I think attention will all be on ID spawn for Nomad and as for Z-Park. From the back side. Oh, spotted up Anna. And Mind No Sense spotted. Oh, Nomad making the counter push back from their spawn. Z-Park will run away. Surely. And Nomad has taken some hits while trying to rotate back to their spawn. That surprise factor has gone off, and Nomad, they will have to find something different here. But they don't have to do much, they have to calculate. All they need to do is survive and hold. ID is the team that needs to make a rotation instead. Great shots onto Spartan Sword. But ID now going into B. LDS, does he have support? Z-Park going in, takes a hit. Anna now going in, takes a hit. From LDS takes a hit. And Nomad keeps on bleeding at this point. This is going to bring ID even more hit point pool. Oh, look at Anna. Absolutely shut down. Those Type 71s aren't doing much, unfortunately. And B will be captured in no time. Z-Park has pulled back nicely. And look at Nomad. They were struggling to get the rotation here. And now B is captured. So Nomad now needs to make the rotation. And they are already down by more than 3,000 hit points. This is not looking very good for Nomad. They are struggling. They are running out of ideas. That isn't going to be helped when they're like double Type 71s, which are so far at the back. And that's a great push coming in from ID. They're trying to get Cham and also My Aim No Sense out of the way. They got the tank out of the way. Z-Park will try to get My Aim No Sense here. It's the case. Nomad is now pushing to Z-Park. Gets the kill. Hinter, great shot to My Aim No Sense, but at the same time, ID has pushed in support the entire team. And Argo is dead. LDS takes a hit. Gets killed as well. The narrow path. Kills Anna. And Hinter is now very, very low. Lasso for me is going to get the kill onto My Aim No Sense, and that leaves 3 versus 4 in this situation. B is now captured. And Campen's going to get Tensor out of the way. Oh, that's good traction from Arrow Path. But this is all over for Nomad. Nomad gets the win. And, no, ID gets the win. And bring it to 3-1. And this is it for me. Great job to ID. ID gets B as well, but that's going to be auxiliary. Not sure if that's the right word for that. We'll get the win for ID. And yeah, great job overall. Great matches, great night. Very entertained. Thank you very much for watching. And the stream will not end here, obviously. We will look at the results of other groups, but at the same time, ID will get 1000 cap points and just in time all 7 kills. Well done to ID, and this is it. Nomad will get the 2nd place tonight, and ID 4 times so more than 2k. Sheridan of Campen did more than 5k. Well done there. But it's all for me. Everything is now completed, and we know the top 8 and the teams in the challenges tournament. I will reiterate that very soon. RN 3-0 against GV, GRS 3-1 against Riri. And then we have Nomad winning 3-1 and Risk winning 3-0 against P1. And there we go. And we'll update the cups as well to tell you the final positions of the teams. So there we go. So in the first place we have Risk with 30,639 cups, ID with 34,887 cups, RN 34,517 cups, Riri with 31,510 cups, GRS 31,199 cups, P1 29,040 cups, GV 27,670 cups, and Nomad rounding up the top 8 with 23,079 cups. Below top 8 we have these following challengers teams. Brown with 16,653 cups, 101 AD with 13,499 cups, P2 with 12,882 cups, tied with EOS with the same amount, DT with 12,579 cups, PTW 12,128 cups, Rats 10,826 cups, SZ 10,272 cups, UQ with 9,463 cups, RSOC 8,454 cups. I mean, UQ and RSOC are not in the Challengers tournament. HPG 7,750 cups, and finally King 7,061 cups. And there is also one clan below that is worth mentioning, which will be PYT, and they have 4,833 cups. So this is the entire table for the APAC server. Once again, thank you very much for all the teams for working very hard towards this season, and I'm very satisfied with this top 8 and the challengers these 8 challengers tournament teams. But I would really love to see RSOC being in there, but it wasn't to be the case, unfortunately. And yes, hope to see all of them back soon. Back soon. We'll be following the professionals tournament, hopefully, for the APAC top 8. The draw will happen soon, and we will find which fixtures. We'll find out the fixture schedule there then. Thank you all for watching. This has been me, Wildwood's Helper. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for the more than 50 people watching at the moment, and also more than 70 people watching at one point. And I hope you're all entertained here, and make sure to follow my EU streams tonight. You will be seeing a really tight EU top 8 fight and Icarus top 8 hopes are on the line. If they don't beat Serenity tonight, they are out of top 8. And also, Serenity has to win as well, so that's another uncertainty here. But that's it for me. That's it for me. Thank you very much, and have a good night. Bye for now.